Hello friends! In this video I'm going to be showing you how you can make your very own rich, fatty meat stock. And I'm going to be using a backyard chicken that I raised from the flock that I had this past year. So that is very exciting. You can do this with store-bought chicken as well. So first thing we're going to do is I let this thaw out, and now I'm going to add some vegetable matter. You can add carrot peels, potato peels, you can add like the whole vegetable if you want. If you have some celery, that's a great thing to add as well. You can also add some onions and garlic. It just depends on what you have on hand and what you would like. Sometimes I just do the chicken. It just is your preference and all up to you. And I love this broth because you can use it as a stock for soup, or you can just sip on it. Me and my baby just drink it, but I do make a lot of soup, so that is what we use it for. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt here. And I also did realize that I wanted to flatten the chicken out a little bit more because you want it to be somewhat submerged in the water depending on how big your chicken is. So I just cut it. I used the scissors to help cut it up, and I just flattened it out a little bit so it's sitting better at the bottom here. And I heated some water up to kind of help the boiling process go a little bit faster in the pot. And I believe I used just over a half gallon of water for this pot here, and I will add a little bit more in a bit here. One of the tricks to getting a nice fatty broth is you don't want to put too much water, but you also don't want to put too little because you don't want it to like fully evaporate. So now it's at a very good boil, and that is when you can turn it down. And before we leave it alone, I'm going to scrape some scum off the top. That's really good to do from what I've heard. So that's what I do. And then when you're done scraping the scum off, you can let it boil or simmer. You want to let it simmer lightly for about 2 hours. That's how long I do it. You can do it for 3, but I don't think you need to go any longer than 3. So this looks really good, and I'm just going to remove the whole entire bird and set it aside. And I'm going to use that meat for stuff later. Now we're going to let it cool down a bit before we transfer it to our other vessel where I'm straining all the scraps out, and then put that in another vessel once that's cooled a little bit more. And as you can see, that's such a beautiful fat cap that we have from this broth. There we go, and that's pretty much it, everyone. That is how I make my stock, and you can let this sit in the fridge for up to 5 days, and then I would freeze it after that and use it for drinking and stews later. So I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and that you're inspired, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.